Ijaw, 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 Islamic Memi, Ikin Proporo, Ikin Proporo, Ikin Proporo, Yes, gentlemen of the press, hi, Comrade Bukon, stakeholder of the youth, Apata Youth Council, here presenting a brief press briefing by the Apata Youth Council of Ijaw Kingdom as a local government area of Ondo State, Nigeria, held on Friday, 10th July 2026. Upakataku, a call for justice, due process, and the preservation of peace. Gentlemen of the press, we, the youth of Apata community in Ijaw Kingdom as a local government area of Ondo State, wish to draw the attention of the Ondo State government, the federal government of Nigeria, the international communities, security agencies, traditional institutions, and all lovers of peace to a matter of urgent and public concern. It has come to our attention through credible information and widespread report that there are plans by the Ondo State government under the leadership of His Excellency, Honorable Dr. Lucky Orimisa Haidatua, to relocate and resettle some Ugbo, a larger people on Upakatakubu land, an ancestral land belonging to Apata community in Ijaw Kingdom. We wish to state categorically that Upakatakubu is an integral part of the ancestral land of Apata community. Our people have occupied, protected, and depended on this land from time immemorial. It is not vacant land, nor is it available for allocation or resettlement without the knowledge, participation, and consent of the indigenous people of Apata people. The painful history surrounding Upakatakubu cannot be ignored. The dispute over this land culminated in the tragic conflict of 1998 between the Ugbo Ilaje and Ijaw communities. That unfortunate crisis claimed many innocent lives, destroyed homes and livelihoods, displaced families, and left lasting emotional, economic scares on both communities. It is a chapter of our history that responsive government should permit to repeat itself. For this reason, we call on the Governor Lucky Orimisa Haidatua to exercise restraint and avoid any action capable of rekindling old grievances or undermining the relative peace that has existed among the riverine communities over the years. For this reason, we call on the Governor Lucky Orimisa Haidatua to exercise restraint and avoid any action capable of rekindling old grievances and some other issues that will reignite another round of inter-ethnic war between us. If the government of Ondo State intends to establish any legitimate public project within our community, the Upakatakubu area, including security or developmental infrastructure, the proper constitutional and customary procedure is to engage directly with the Apata community or our traditional institutions and relevant stakeholders through transparent consultation, dialogue, and due process. Any project intended to serve the public interest must not become a vehicle for altering the demographic or ownership status of ancestral land or creating the perception of preferential treatment for any ethnic group. We respectfully call upon the Ulubo of Ugbo Kingdom to continue to its important role as a custodian of peace by encouraging dialogue, mutual respect, and peaceful coexistence among neighboring communities, to call his subject, Governor Haidatua Orimisa, to order. We equally appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to encourage all relevant security authorities to ensure that this sensitive matter is handled strictly in accordance with the Constitution, the rule of law, and the principles of fairness, equity, and justice. We further call upon the Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, Nigeria Police, Department of Security Services, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, and other relevant security agencies to remain vigilant, impartial, and proactive in preserving peace and preventing any action capable of escalating tension within the affected communities. We acknowledge the mature and statesman-like manner in which previous administrations led by the late Governor Dr. Olusegun Agagu, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, and the late Arakuri Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, SAN, managed this delicate matter. Their commitment to fairness and restraint contributed significantly to sustaining peaceful coexistence between the Ugbo Ilaje and Ijaw communities. We urge the present administration to uphold that worthy legacy. The youth of Akpata community remain committed to peace, lawful engagement, and constructive dialogue. However, we equally remain resolute in defending our ancestral heritage through all lawful and constitutional means available to us. We therefore call on the state government to suspend any action relating to Akpata land until meaningful consultations have been held with the Akpata community and other relevant stakeholders. Finally, we appeal to all youth and members of our neighboring communities to remain peaceful, law-abiding, and to reject every form of violence or provocation. Lasting peace is built on justice, mutual respect, and sincere dialogue, not on unilateral actions or imposed decisions. We trust that wisdom, fairness, and respect for the history will prevail in the interest of peace, unity, sustainable development in Ondo State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live Ondo State. God bless Ijaw Kingdom. God bless Akpata community. Signed by the Akpata Youth Council. Thank you and God bless. In the previous administration led by, we could recall, by the late Olusegun Agagu from 2003, I could recall that the state government made an effort to move down to the particular area of concern. And through that, we can vividly recall that there were efforts by the state government in collaborations with some stakeholders in our area constituency to make that boundary adjustment. But all their efforts was proved abortive due to some legal backups that in the previous time, far back to our late Agadagba, the Mesana the second, that there was a case established over this land. That was 1946. And the case was made by the Agadagba, the then Agadagba, Mesana, our father, our grandfather, with the state government. And it was won for the Akpata people. All the records, the legal backups are being established and they are existing. That judgment, it was successfully won. Nobody appealed it. So it is the state government that failed to provide the white paper to show the rightful owners of that land. And it is because the matter is in favor of Akpata community.
Take the question.
Sure. We are peace-loving people and we have nothing to do, but what we need is for the government to work in collaboration to uphold the rule of law as regards such case. Thank you.
Okay.
My name's German Eneboboa Paul. I'm an indigenous of Akpata. I hereby supported the decision of the youth. For the reason best known to me is that Akpata is my community. And from the inception of this governor, from his deputy days to become governor, lucky enough, he has never cited a single project to show that Akpata is part of the Ondo State. So we see no reason why it is now, towards the end of his tenure, that he wants to come and re-establish his people in a dispute, the land they call disputed land, in their document, himself call it a disputed land. Naturally, before now, we have a natural boundary when we were in Eseldo together, Ijaw Eseldo. But the canalization, the dredging has separated us, separating Ijaw from Eseldo. So Akpata happens to fall under Eseldo. It's not in Ijaw. So if he's looking for somewhere to resettle his people, he should go to Ijaw land, Ijaw local government, and resettle his people. not in a Eseldo local government area in Akpata land. And from this, we are supporting the youth for their decision that we don't want him to come and re-establish his people in that land, because that is the cause of the crisis. Two, as far as we are concerned, we have no power to fight the government, but we will use all legal means available to contest whatever decision that the government is going to reach. Based on that, we want to appeal to the government to restrain from this decision. We call for the peace-loving Ijaw people to call on the governor to advise him so that 1998 crisis will not repeat itself, because we are both living peacefully between the Ijaws and the Ijaws in Ondo State as for now. For the past 28 years, we've been living together peacefully. So Allah, he should not use his position. He should not use his position as a governor today to create crisis which he will not be able to manage, because after the end of his tenure, the crisis will be there again. So we don't want it. We plead with him. Whoever is using, whatever proxy is using, doing whatever information is being given, we don't want to know. Please, he should leave our land alone, because he has not considered us for developmental project. So it is not to come and resettle his people so that there will be another crisis. Thank you very much.
My name is Ogilibo Adeoba Peretu, an citizen of Akpata community, proudly the youth secretary. And because of this issue, the governor called Akpata a disputed area. That was why he refused to crown our king. Every other community king has been installed and crowned for over some years. But our own Akpata, being the most ancient community in the history of our kingdom, he neglected us. He did not consider us for developmental projects. But now that his tenure is drawing to an end, he wants to reestablish his people to cause another crisis. We don't want that. We need peace. We need love. We cannot see our able-bodied men going to war and be losing their lives anymore. We have been living peacefully and harmoniously for over 28 years. Why this time? Because you've become a governor and you want to use your position to oppress us. We will not accept that. Thank you.